Morning everybody, welcome to the channel. Right. Okay. Yesterday I was looking at a BMW K 1600 GT, which is a monster really, but still very nimble and capable to ride. And after doing a bit of research with it, I realised that there's so much that goes wrong with them. Anyway, I spoke to a guy who had one for sale. It turns out the bike's in Devon, which is not great, but it's not that far away really from me. I'm in East Sussex. And I've ridden one of these before. I've test driven one. And I did a blog on it. Not a blog, a video log, that's it. And it's a really nice bike. That you cannot deny. Very quick, very smooth, sounds lovely. A lot of them come fully loaded. But they are extremely expensive. They're sort of like top of the range of the Super Tourers. And not something that I would be able to buy new. Mind you, I wouldn't be able to buy this new. But nevertheless, beautiful bike, and in the right colour, red. But I decided, well I didn't decide, I didn't really have that decision to make. It was a decision that was made for me, simply because I wouldn't get enough for this. And I probably wouldn't get enough for the other bike as well to make enough to buy it. So basically I decided that after hearing that there's been replacement engines and the engines flake the paint and all these other bits and pieces that go with it, that really, after spending so much time with this, which is a BMW R1200 RTP ex-police bike, apart from having a new experience to ride, I could be buying a lot of trouble. And those bikes are about 18 grand new, possibly more depending on the options. And it was a 2012, and I think I worked it out that it was 11 years old. And it's now worth almost 6 grand. That's a hell of a pill to swallow. Anyway, I decided that I was just being silly really, and better off with the devil I know. Now we had torrential rain last night, and there's going to be some flooding. There should be some flooding down here. Which there usually is. Yeah, it's kind of gone. There's a flood here. It'll be as dark as this almost when I come home. So we're now at that stage of the year where you get up in the dark and you go home in the dark. Wet here. There we go, look. There's a lot of leaves around here, so you do have to try and keep yourself upright. Not put too much force on the bike when you're turning. So here's a prime example here. We'll just cut that so we can be more upright. Thank you very much. Good. See, the thing is, I find riding a bike so exhilarating. I don't have to go fast, but I just find it a much more interesting way to get about. I mean, I'm up at 5 o'clock in the morning, I'm out by about 20 past 5, and it wakes me up. Thank you very much. It's very leafy down here. Well, here we are. We've arrived. Lights out. Oh, that's a very odd switch. So, see you later. Well, here we are, folks. It's home time. It's home time. It's my wonderful BMW boot. We'll push her out first. It's home time. The usual evening rush, although it's not that bad this time of the night now. It's today anyway. Let's go down the side. Surprising how quickly it gets dark. Collections wanted. Model Railway Emporium. Canterbury. Yeah. This is so much more stable now that I've synced the throttle bodies, which I did the other day, and I thought it ran well then, before I did it. I was only going to service it, but actually this is so much better. I'm not getting any hiccuping or hesitation. Much easier to ride. Just no fluffiness in it at all. I'm just being a bit careful here because I don't know the road. So I went to a 40 anyway. Should find the petrol station here in a minute. It's just that usually this petrol station is cheaper than others. Look, see, 139. That was 142 at the other place. This is where I get the free fuel. I really like this bit. Free fuel. Yep, there we go. Wasting half of it, but anyway, there we go. Thank you and good night. Right, home, James. This throttle is lovely now. It's just so controllable. I don't normally get a chance to ride the bike far when I'm on my way to and from work because it's only 10 miles there, 10 miles back. So this journey sort of works out to be about 15 miles long. And it's only sort of like a little detour. So these did sort of suffer from it. By the way, this is a BMW R1200 RTP, which is a police equivalent. What am I saying? Yeah, they do suffer from a little bit of hesitation on light throttle openings and so on, just simply because they are quite weak. And so what I've done is I've put a booster plug on the ambient air temperature sensor, which fools the system into thinking that it's colder than it is, so it richens it up. And that richens it up across the board. I mean, I did that right from the word go, to be honest with you, mainly because when I had my R1100 RT, it was the same. I didn't actually balance the throttle bodies up quite like I did. Oh dear. Now this is a really dodgy old junction here. Although tonight, again, it's remarkably quiet. Well, I'm quite impressed with this Kalimoto. However, I'll probably find that the phone hasn't synced to my helmet, and therefore that's why it's not talking to me. But actually, that's not a bad thing, because it kind of interrupts what I'm saying whilst I'm riding. So and in all fairness, in the past when I've used Waze, for instance, it hasn't connected to the helmet, and I just keep an eye on it every now and again. And it's only because I know where I'm going. I'm not really checking it. I can't get over how much better this rides now I've done those adjustments. That's enough for tonight. I am now back at the ranch, and therefore we'll be putting back away. So thank you for your company, and goodbye.